President Cyril Ramaphosa will welcome the Rugby World Cup-winning Springbok team to Union Buildings in Pretoria this morning. The team will then start their national trophy tour with the parade through the capital city before doing Johannesburg and Soweto. Let's cross to our reporter now, Sipho Stuurman at Union Buildings. Very good morning to you, Sipho.
Well, a very good morning to you and our viewers at home. The excitement is building up. The Springboks are expected to come and present the RWC Trophy to the president. And if you can just look behind me here, the preparations are already underway, where the president will be meeting the Springboks, of course, receiving that trophy. We know that when they arrived at the airport, the excitement was really just high, with lots of people that came to welcome them. This is the third time that they've won this World Cup, so really just a moment of unity, a moment of excitement in the country. But also there has been, some side talks, a political talk that has tried to sort of divide the nation over the Springboks. So the Springboks, we also know that they can be quite political as a team, or rather can be politicized. But I think South Africans' appetite is that of celebration, especially with being led by Siya Kolisi. But let me just speak here to Tshwane, the spokesperson, Metro spokesperson, Superintendent Isaac Mahamba. Just talk to us about the plans for today. What time do you exactly expect the Springboks to arrive here at the Union Buildings, and then from here, where do they go?
Good morning and good morning to your viewers. We are expecting them to arrive anytime from here, where they'll be having just a small briefing or a discussion again, or maybe a breakfast with the state president. And from there, they'll be moving along the streets of the capital city. Their starting point is going to be at Loftus Versfeld, and then from there, they are heading to Sunnyside area. From Sunnyside, they are going to Church Square. From Church Square, they are going to stop again at Tshwane House. So we are just now encouraging the members of the public, specifically those who wants to see them, to say they should not come here at Union Building. There's places that I've just mentioned, they can stop there. That's where now they might be able to see or to engage.
All right, so just on that point, sir, you're saying members of the public must not come at the Union Buildings to engage with the Boks, but rather at Loftus, at Church Square, and at Tshwane House, where they'll be going to meet the mayor.
That's correct. We don't encourage them to come here, where they will be able to see or to interact with this team. It might be at the Loftus Versfeld, at Sunny Park, and again at Church Square and at Tshwane House. So here is just a briefing, or it's where they are going to see the president. Then from there they'll be moving along the streets of the CBD. So that's why again we are saying to the motorists out there, they should just be patient, because if we're having a tour, we are going to have a convoy where we'll be escorting STMPD, this whole rugby team, are going to those areas that I've just mentioned. But we are not going to have a total shutdown. We are going to close the street as and when they have passed. Immediately, we are going to open.
So around about what time should people be at these venues you've mentioned here in Pretoria? Because we understand they also have to be in Johannesburg in the afternoon.
They are expected to leave here around the Union Building and around 8 o'clock. Yeah. So their first point, it might be between 8 and 8:30 at Loftus Versfeld, and then from there they'll be heading all those directions that I've just mentioned, and they are expected to stop. The latest, it should be 10 o'clock at Tshwane House. And then from there, as correctly said, from Tshwane House they'll be heading to Johannesburg.
All right, well, thank you very much, Isaac Mahamba. That is the spokesperson for Tshwane Metro, stating very clearly that the members of the public are not necessarily encouraged to come here at the Union Buildings. The Union Buildings meeting is for the Springboks to present the trophy to the president, Cyril Ramaphosa. Of course, he was there in Japan when they won. He was lifting that trophy alongside with them, and those beautiful scenes there. Some have taken the opportunity of seeing the president to sort of fire shots at previous presidents that have not won the rugby, or rather under their leadership we never had them the Rugby World Cup. So certainly, as I mentioned, that the rugby is politicized, but what we are looking for here today is a moment of unity. The country has had many problems. If you remember the post-match speech by Siya Kolisi himself, the captain, after winning the World Cup, he said, you know what, we come from a divided country, from a country that has many problems, but right now we were inspired to win for our nation, and we're hoping that we can unite our nation with the victory. And since then, it seems that they've done exactly that in terms of the support on the ground. And as Isaac Mahamba says, that they're going to be going to Loftus and they're going to be going to Tshwane House before they disembark to Johannesburg. So it should be a day of high activity as the Springboks present the trophy to South Africans, so to speak. Of course, we know from Gauteng it's going to go to the Eastern Cape, it's going to go to Western Cape, it's going to go to KZN. So it's going to be a national tour starting here at the Union Buildings.
Thank you very much, Sipho Stuurman. And just to reiterate those touch points for the people that would like to go and see when the Boks actually get off of the open top bus in Pretoria, which is where they get their Rugby World Cup Trophy tour underway. It is Loftus Versfeld, Church Square, as well as Tshwane House before the procession makes its way to Johannesburg and to Soweto. Okay, so this is the big focus, and we'll be bringing you all the action here on Morning Live and with SABC News throughout the day.